Why model not show up? Ah, group. Spout. There we go. Let's see. Note about social stream. There we go. Pin. And back to the chat. And back to the game. And back to identifying. So much vendor trash.
Greetings. Journey well.
Get all my items. Clear out the map. Repeat. Ah. I think that's everything.
Greetings.
Wait, that's a good flask.
Journey well.
19. And next. Nope, nope. Nope. How many fucking sonnets? Holy shit. Come on, I want connected maps. Right, or okay, go into Twitch. Yes. There. All right. Let's see, you go there, you go there. Nope, nope, nope. Should probably do an audio check. Let's see, sources, audio, game. Actually, go to mixer, game, advanced audio properties. Turn output. That's good enough. Monitor back to off. And back to my documentary. The fall of Soviet Union. I've been on a binge of these. Take her grills, I don't care. That mechanic, fuck it. And map clear, time to take out the boss. And then clear out the items. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's not the arena. That's a Val side area. I don't care for Val side areas either. We'd like to join the club. I'm a little sick right now. I don't think anyone wants to hear that on stream. Hey, your call there. Your call there, Uber. Yeah, boss bond. Probably should pay attention. Identify and sell items. Vendor run for vendor trash. Today.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
$71 item level.
Slayer. The job never ends.
Ugh. And now begins the vendor run.
Greetings. Journey well.
The rare item hunt before closing the map continues unabated.
Greetings. Go with courage.
Yeah, do the valve side area. Easy, my caught him there. Okay. Let me know when you show up. I'm listening to a documentary, so I'll be like, wait a minute, that's not a documentary when you start talking. Skeletons driving like flies, that's never a good sign. Ah, son of a bitch. Moon Temple, don't think I have that map. No! Fuck. Yeah, well, back to town.
Ahoy!
Slowly creep. What the fuck? Fucking one shot.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Alright. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Try to get one-shotted. Holy shit. Well, that ends that run.
Good to see you still kicking. If you're thinking about dying, trust old Whalem. Don't.
What was that map that dropped? It doesn't look like it's any of the ones I didn't have. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck Lathy.
Hello. Hello.
know. Journey well.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you, Zenlar.
No, I'm not. I was watching my video. Okay, so I pause it. Let's see. OBS.
Okay.
OBS. Sources. Turn off. Spout. Turn on reactive group. And there. There we go. Hello, Lazy.
Yippee.
So what are you up to?
How goes it?
I'm doing good. Playing my games. How about you?
I think something is wrong with my audio. Can you say something?
AZ, how are you there?
Okay,
I hear
yeah, definitely
you.
my audio is fucked. 1 second.
Let me check my Discord. Yeah, my
Okay, something is fucky with my audio outputs, but seems to be working now.
Yeah, looks fine on my end. So is it working now?
Yeah, I didn't hear you. Like I could hear the stream, but I couldn't hear you from like Discord itself.
Well, thankfully, stream was a backup to indicate that Discord is being fucky wucky, but Discord's been being fucky wucky for a while now.
No, I'm thinking this is something related to my audio setup. For some reason, NVIDIA broadcast sometimes, what's the word for it? It like takes over the output, even though I don't want to, because I don't really see the need for it.
Yeah, Nvidia's trying to take
It does.
Nvidia's trying to take the Microsoft approach of like, we want to do everything. Why can't you just do your one thing and fuck off?
Exactly. So
Not too
yeah,
bad.
I didn't hear. What's up? How are you doing?
Doing good. Too bad Uber's not feeling too good today.
Yeah, he was kind of under the weather yesterday when we were playing.
Oh well, it's the change of seasons.
Yeah.
And whenever the temperature swings, I go down like a little bitch.
For me, it's usually like I'm hesitant to like start dressing more warmly. So usually when it's autumn, I would get sick at least once from like not being warm enough, dressed warm enough.
What can you do?
So it was much more of a problem when I was like in university when I actually had to go out. Now I just sit at home.
Yeah, the university conversation came up the other day, and I was just like, man, those were the good times. Innocent, carefree days.
Yeah, I would guess so. I definitely remember my university days more fondly in terms of like the highs, but the lows are pretty low as well.
Understandable.
It's like you have more autonomy, but at the same time, like you're under more pressure to do shit.
Well, the responsibilities kick in.
Yeah.
Greetings.
So, what's your plans for today?
I don't know. I thought I would hang out here a bit and probably go play Space Marine again.
Yeah, if the group chat changes over to Cypher server, I'll just squat there like I did the other day. No one wants to hang on my server. So Cypher server is the place to hang out. I see how it is.
Yeah, the shenanigans are generally in there these days.
Okay, time for me to load up another map. I'm just grinding out maps right now.
I see.
There's only so many options for endgame, and Path of Exile and maps is the main one. It's just mindless grinding. But then again, that's the whole modus operandi for ARPGs.
Yeah, that's why I can't like stick with those. I lose interest very quickly.
I don't know. I've always considered ARPGs, the action portion of it. I've always considered the word action in quotation marks.
I mean, I would assume like the action is referring to the fact that it's not like turn-based or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's more
Well, yeah. That's
mobile.
that's the thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I forget who I was having this conversation with a while ago. It's like, you play ARPGs, you should have played all these. It's like, nope, I only played like a handful, but the handful, it was even. I was having a conversation. Fuck. I was having a conversation with Eben in that it's like, oh, you're an old guy. You played all these games. Like, nope. It's like, I play a few games, but those few games I play a lot. That's the important distinction.
I envy people like you who can do that.
Motherfucker. I hate getting one-shotted.
I feel like I'm missing out on like the depth of individual games by like jumping between so many.
Yeah, like one of my my two best friends, they're the opposite of me. They play like everything under the sun, but they don't get too invested in any one game. They just play everything. Me, like I'm the opposite. I just play like the one game to death. It's like you haven't played any of these. It's like, yeah, if I'm really interested, I'll just watch a YouTube playthrough.
Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Playthroughs, yeah. I remember the time when I could watch those. Generally, it was when I didn't have a PC like powerful enough to run the games. So it kind of window shop watching how other people played it.
I kind of wish I had that option growing up as a kid, but then again, I had 28K internet speed growing up as a kid, so, video and dial-up is not an option.
Yeah.
All right. See if I can make it a little further this time.
Actually kind of captured the tail end of the dial-up because like the first apartment I remember of my parents, they had a dial-up modem, and the thing I remember the most about that modem is how hot it would get. And that my parents told me like not to touch it, in terms of like not to turn it on because the internet was really fucking expensive at the time. It was like limited. It was a few years before the advent of like widespread unlimited internet in Russia.
Yeah, I can relate in terms of Canada because, to this day, there's still not high speed everywhere just because, land mass. Motherfucker, stop dying.
What do you consider like high speed in North America? What's like the average consumer speed of the internet?
In Canada, legally speaking, that's 1 megabit per second.
1 megabit per second.
Actually, they might have upped it to 5. Let me just check. Let's see. Canada legal definition for high speed. And legal high speed. Because they lowball high speed internet. I don't want vehicle speed. Let's see. The government of Canada will work with partners to achieve universal 50 megabyte per second download and 10 megabyte per second upload speeds for all Canadians. Bullshit. That's never happening.
Megabits or megabytes? Because there's a big distinction.
I have a habit. I have a habit of saying bits. It's bytes, megabytes.
Okay. We generally have like 100 megabits per second as like a baseline for home internet.
I know my internet plan. I got 1 terabyte, so I don't really care. But I mean, like, but in terms of like adoption, like countrywide, it's like a lot of rural areas. It's just like that's never going to happen. The only way it'll ever happen is that they get all on board Musk's Starlink program.
Yeah. I've been looking into upgrading to like a larger speed, somewhere around like 300 is available. But I was putting it off for a long time because I thought they would need to like. I remember there was a clause that they need to like fix the fiber, like put the fiber optic in order for you to like be able to support more than 100 megabits per second. But then I remember asking like the guy who was setting up my internet at the new place, and he was like, "Nah, you have like new twisted pair, so you will probably be able to just connect to higher speeds without any additional repairs."
Yeah, I'm just thankful I live in a small town and the high-speed infrastructure was already installed by the time I moved here. A small town doesn't take that much to roll out the system.
I guess I'm more used to being like in a large city, but currently it's also like a small town. The vibes are kind of different. I remember coming back to like my hometown and realizing like how much I kind of gotten unused to larger streets, sort of like large amounts of people.
Yeah, like I grew up in a fishing village. It was like maybe 3,000 people when wet, and the town I live in right now is like 8,000. It's like twice the size, but like also like maybe quadruple the amenities.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I live in a little backwater town in the middle of the woods, but it is in Ontario, and that makes all the difference. What, the biggest province of Canada has better amenities even for the backwater places? Color me shocked.
Truly an unexpected turn of events.
Yeah, because ever since I moved here in 2010, my family was always like, so when are you coming back? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm never going back. Well, there's multiple reasons. One, Nova Scotia is one of the poorest provinces in Canada, and 2, my line of work is borderline illegal in that province. Fuck, I hate that.
What's legal?
So the Nova Scotian government has been run by the New Democratic Party, pretty much like the Communist Party, and it's been run by them for like ever and stuff, and they're very anti-industry, and specifically in my case, mining. So you pretty much can't open new mines. You can't do exploration and stuff. So like if you're a geologist in that province, you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, not doing anything. So it's like,
that's what you meant. I missed the geologist part, and I was like, what's legal? I thought you were talking about guns for a moment.
Well, that too, because Canada, and Nova Scotia is very anti-gun. So like
Yeah.
multiple reasons why I moved out of Nova Scotia, like multiple reasons.
I'm also like interested in listening the experiences of like Canadians and Americans, because for you the province to province or like state to state things are really different, and for us it's just not the case.
Yeah, Canada is not as bad as the United States when it comes to like state rights. You know, we're not nearly as bad, but the provinces are effectively like all the provinces are at each other's throats most of the time and stuff. So it's kind of like it's like they effectively do their own thing.
Interesting.
Well, because like Canada's borderline socialist and stuff, there's the redistribution of wealth. That is to say, like, you know, we are taxed to hell and back and stuff, but that the taxes are redistributed from the haves, aka Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta, to the have-nots, aka everyone else. And that's been a point of contention long before I was born. And of course, Nova Scotia
We kind of have the same.
Yes,
We kind of have the
those,
same thing going with Moscow.
yeah. Well, of course, the redistribution in your neck of the woods is kind of more to placate people so not to get too uppity.
I wouldn't even call it that. It's just that, like, in general, how our taxation system is set up, your taxes, they don't go to like the local governments, they go to like a central authority in Moscow, and then Moscow, like the government, like it decides which regions to give what's the word for it, more budget or less budget, basically. So it's this sort of system.
Yeah,
And,
we
like,
got we got pretty much the same thing, but that's theirs for income tax.
Let me see.
Yeah, because like fundamentally we got like a bunch of taxes, but the big ones are municipal, provincial, and federal. Every layer of the system takes their cut. They could all just go away. That'd be great. I know. Trump talking about going full Argentina on income tax and shit like that. There, it's like, yeah, good luck with that. But hey, if you do it, maybe it'll start giving other people ideas.
You seem to be very stoked about Trump for a Canadian.
Well, you have to remember they like three countries own Canada: the United States, India, and China. And the United States, because they're our biggest trading partner, they are like the American taxpayer is our defense budget. You know, with NORAD and NATO and all that shit and stuff. So it's like what goes on in the United States is in our vested interest.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I also find it really funny that among those three countries that own Canada, Britain is not mentioned.
Britain hasn't been relevant since, well, when was Canada Act? I think 1982. Yeah, it was 1982. Yeah, 1982. Canada cut off its relationship with the UK. It's like, yeah, we're our own thing now. Peace.
I thought the Commonwealth was still a thing in some sense, at least.
The Commonwealth is still a thing, but it's more a social thing as opposed to a legal thing.
I see.
Yeah, like even like the Governor General of Canada, like is the legal representative of the Crown of the UK and stuff, but like really has no power. It's like a ceremonial position, even though like some people are like, oh no, they totally can veto anything the Prime Minister does. It's like, no, they can't. That there's grade A bullshit. No, they can't. Because if you
Power is a
look,
curious thing.
yeah, because if you look at the legal status, the legal laws when it comes to the Governor General versus the Prime Minister of Canada, like the Prime Minister of Canada is literally a dictator. Like that, like the Prime Minister of Canada has more power in Canada than the President of the United States has in the U.S. Which is why Castro Jr. is a pain in the ass.
Is he actually like a descendant of Castro, or is it just a meme?
If you ask anyone of power, they'll say it's a meme. But if you actually look at the guy and the history of his parents and stuff, you know his mom was banging Castro.
Yeah, yeah. He was like his mom was shanking with Castro.
Yeah, because Justin's father Pierre was a literal cuck. Like not like ha ha ha. No, that literally was his fetish. It was cuckoldry.
Yeah, he had the fetish.
Yeah, like that was like an open secret. So it's just like, so anytime they went down to Cuba, it's just like, oh yeah, they're totally banging. Yeah, it's like not my. So it's usually like the meme of like, not my prime minister. It's like, fuck, barely Canadian. Like the federal election for Canada is next year and stuff, and I do not see the Liberal government surviving. If it does, that's going to be fucked up. Like the only way the Liberals can win in the next election is they have to get rid of Trudeau. They have to. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the coalition between the Liberals and the New Democratic Party fell apart like months ago. It's like they can't do shit now, which is good. Like
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I've also like heard about some shit going down in like Germany in terms of their like ruling coalition in parliament.
Yeah, their coalition gave up the ghost like last week. Like it totally fell apart. It's great. It's great. It's like everything's happening all at once. I just love it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see all the globalists are just like in total panic mode right now, and just like, where did it all go wrong? It's like, well, you're a bunch of evil assholes, so you know what? Get fucked.
Wow. I was trying to find the pictures through like Sauce Now, and instead of like similar results, it just straight up fucking gave hentai porn. What the fuck? It's
Well,
not even close to porn.
Well, it
How
knows
does
what
it work like that?
it knows what you want. It knows you
No,
better than you.
I want the picture.
No, clearly you want hentai.
Link it. No. Where is it? It's a funny jester guy. Juggling grenades. I like Pinterest because it like gives a lot of interesting like art and stuff, but sometimes the quality is atrocious. The author isn't credited, so you have to go through hoops to find the actual original image.
God bless the internet. No original idea.
Yeah, and apparently there's been an AI infestation there recently.
I'm still getting like fuck, I forget what art site I was at not too long ago, but I remember there's still like artists that are like, AI will be the death of us all, and some are just like, yeah, fuck it, YOLO. Just incorporate as another tool, which is what you should be doing.
I am kind of the opinion that the tool incorporation strategy is the right one, but at the same time, I kind of refuse to touch it. Like on principle, I don't mind when other people do it, but I myself don't want to touch it.
Well, most of the decent services are paid services, and I'm too cheap
Time shall
to pay for AI art. I've pretty much when it comes to like my streaming and shit, I've made most of my assets already and stuff, and it's just like, I don't need any more. I'm good.
I see. I just was like meaning in terms of general like art making stuff.
Well, didn't it, didn't Photoshop not too long ago actually integrate like a module, like an AI module into the package?
I think they did something of sort, but I can't confirm or verify it because I haven't used Photoshop in 10 years.
Yeah, I just never have. Because I remember like back in university, I was gonna download like a pirated copy of Photoshop, but like that was like the early 2000s, where like downloading computer programs was like really Russian roulette at that point for like just downloading straight up malware. That was the Wild West time.
Damn.
Good times, good times.
I remember going to the Pirate Bay once because I couldn't find like a game I wanted, and like despite knowing that there's you gotta be like careful because a lot of the links on the Pirate Bay are like phishing and Trojans and shit. I still somehow managed to fucking click the one that was infected.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah, I scrambled, but yeah, it still was kind of embarrassing.
nah, I haven't had a bad link in forever. Like the last couple of scares I've had was actually emails, like junk emails and stuff, where I'm like carefully moving my mouse to like the junk, like flag as junk and delete buttons, because if you touch any of like the links or URLs or file attachments, then it's game over. So it's kind of like literally playing Minesweeper. It's like, okay, do not left click while hovering over the shit and carefully get to the remove.
Yeah, it's kind of astonishing how like fucked email is.
Yeah, and like the couple of times I actually had scares was when I would fat finger like my left mouse click. It's like while I'm hovering over, and I'm like, fuck, no, I didn't mean to do that. Why? It's like, curse you, fat finger, fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I think like maybe a month or so ago, I got like someone got into my email accounts like, send me money or else I'll do all this stuff. And it's like change password. It's like, all right, forget about it. Well, I never understood the concept of compromised email addresses when you just make the threat but not actually lock it out or do anything. I've never understood that. It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that seems weird.
It's like if you're going to compromise an email thing, what you do is you lock the person out of the account and hold it hostage. That's what you're supposed to do. But yet I never, like in all the years I've had, like like every time my email gets compromised, it's just like they never lock it out. I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
And this reminded me of the time like Sharties tried to raid TVA, and someone like infiltrated their raid thread and locked out a few guys from their like Google accounts. Factory reset their phones.
Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, big instance of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we were like raiding and harassing people, but you're not allowed to do the same to us. No, how could you? evil harassers. It was so pathetic.
Well, it's the ancient meme of the insert ethnic slur here cries out as he strikes you. Which we saw a lot. Well, I know you don't follow the American politics things too closely, but like I was seeing a lot of instances of like the Democrats when they lost and stuff. It's like, oh no, literal Hitler is going to put us all in camps, and I think it's a fetish at this point because like especially the abortion portion of the Democrats and stuff. It's like, oh no, he's going to put us in breeding camps like The Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, you guys are actively looking forward to that. There is it a fetish thing? It has to be a fetish thing. Because they're crying out, it's like, oh no, please, big strong Republican man, don't breed me against my will. Oh no, you know, like the feigned terror. And it's just like, it's like stop. It's like, stop having your fetish out in public. Just stop it. Just stop. It's weird.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. Well, I remember when the talking point for the Democrats made around. It's like, isn't JD Vance weird? It's weird. It's like, no, you're just projecting, like literal textbook, like case study level projection. It's like, stop it. It's kind of like, you know, like there comes a certain point where it's just straight up embarrassing. It's like, just stop. Then again, it's probably a humiliation fetish, so it's just like, fuck, you just can't win. I'm dead ass serious. Like a lot of them is it has to be a humiliation fetish. It just has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. Ooh, estuary map, tier 6. Ready to get raped. I don't know. Like this current build I have on my character, it's decent for defense and stuff. But like earlier, I'll come across like one or two enemies that will just literally one shot me if I look at them.
That sounds nice.
No, but then again, it's always the balance of like, you know, glass cannons will get one shotted, but if you go hard in defense, you're never going to kill anything because you're just all defense. So it's just like it's the fine line.
Yeah.
So if you guys end up playing Space Marine today, how gay do you think the Haka and Cypher courtship ritual will be today?
I don't know. I have a hard time predicting this sort of stuff. Haka's definitely been more on the fence as of recent. Probably has thought like, oh well, nothing to lose anymore.
Oh, no, I know. Like I figured out early on that Haka is Latam closet gay, like hard, and like I get that there and stuff. But it's like him trying to round the square peg has always been amusing and stuff. But like it's kind of again just like sad and annoying at this point. It's like, dude, we don't care. Just live your life.
I don't think he's actually gay. Like he doesn't.
Well, if he's not gay, he's very clearly at least bi.
I don't know. I think he's just memeing.
No, the bit died a long time ago. I don't have too many feathers in my cap, but one of the things I have is I figure out the bits pretty quickly and stuff, whether or not the bits or not. And him for it's just for the bit, man. That shit got old really fast.
But you see, like it getting old is also a bit. So you've been played, bamboozled, fooled.
Man, it's all so tiring.
As I said, I see it like as a just as him doing like a running gag sort of stuff.
I don't know.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't care either way.
I know. I just noticed that our little corner has a very disproportionate amount of people doing air quote bits, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never been fundamentally I've never been a LARPer, so like I just fundamentally don't get it. It's like, but you have your fun. Just leave me out of it.
I mean, that depends what exactly you're calling the bit, like the M stuff or just the haha funny gay stuff.
Yeah, a little from column A, a little from column B, because if I'm being completely honest, M's mute bit is, I find it very fucking annoying. Like insuffer, like angron level of anger, like annoying. But I don't push it. Like I love M, but I legitimately do find her bit like teeth shatteringly annoying.
I see. I see.
I don't know, just talk like a normal person. Like I would understand.
At this point, I could agree. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. Like I know she is a grown ass adult. Like I could understand that if we were like teenagers, first time on the internet, like LOL. It's like so random, and you know, like internet larping and all that shit and stuff. Like, okay, fine, and stuff. But she's a grown ass woman, so it's just like, I fucking just grow up.
I kind of see it as like her just having a bit of fun.
Oh no, I understand. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's the meat wad bit from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's like I get it. I'm not laughing, but I get it. I really
looks fucking weird.
What?
What?
What looks weird?
Nah, I'm looking at like at Pinterest again. There's like a picture of like rabbit teeth.
Why?
I don't know why. I've been researching like facial expressions and facial anatomy stuff. And like more obscure stuff starts getting recommended to you if you scroll a bit too far.
I don't know. Aren't there? I swear to God, this has to be a thing. Aren't there dedicated websites for art references, like poses or like just general like stuff like that?
Yes, there are. There's like websites that give you images on a timer, so you could like practice speed sketching, for example, like poses or anatomy or like warm-up stuff. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking more at like, I have some sort of like an idea, but I can't really currently like realize it, and I need to look up some other like art of the similar stuff to maybe sort of like give me an inkling of how it would look, that sort of stuff. So I'm not looking like for direct references. I'm looking at like other art of the similar subject.
Okay, no, I got that. Yeah,
Mainly I've been looking like for snake teeth.
I was gonna ask why, but then I remembered what your avatar is.
Man, snake mouths are so fucking weird. They look creepy.
Yes, the most spiciest of blowjobs.
Like I know if someone like Haka would whenever I say I'm not a fucking scaler or whatever, Haka just laughs at it. But like legit, I've never like drawn snakes or even like was as much interested in snakes just conceptually at all. But since I've been drawing Avatar, I've been like learning more about them. It's like genuinely some of the stuff is funny, some of the stuff is fascinating, some of the stuff is fucking frightening.
Many such cases. Oh, Uber. Testing. I'll repeat what I said in Discord. If I said whatever you're saying now, then I'd be called the fun killer. Yes, because that's expected of you. You are, in fact, the fun killer. I'm just a crotchety old man. That's my expectation.
So yeah, like I've been looking at other art related to snakes and just photos of their like mouths, I guess. Like they don't even have fucking teeth. They just have the fangs and that's it.
Yep, that comes with the territory
They just
of
kill you
this.
and fucking swallow you.
Yep, that's just how it works.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking scary. Also, I still can't get over the fucking ones that shoot poison out of their teeth and actually can hit you right in the fucking eye.
Yeah, those are the fun ones.
Yeah. One of the videos I saw said that like most likely this sort of mutation or adaptation it developed in response to monkeys getting off the trees and starting chucking rocks and sticks at snakes. So they had to fight back from the distance as well.
You have researched range attack.
Yeah. You have unlocked ranged attack tech. I compared it to God adding a new class and snakes had to find out a new tech.
Yeah, there's this image macro meme of like, "Hey, evolution or God, can you give me X for Y?" Yes, proceeds to do Z. You know, like
Yeah, that one.
yeah, you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like for defense. It's like sure.
Sure, yes.
That's a very big ellipses, Uber. What's the ellipses for? No phone, wait, beep.
What?
I don't care. GOG discounts. I don't care for discounts. I only care about free.
Oh god, Discord is dying.
I wish it would die a permanent death so we can move on to something better.
No, I like Discord.
Yeah, it's a bunch of spaghetti.
I never understood the burning hatred people have for it.
Well, because it's a bunch of spaghetti code ran by a bunch of gay communist furries, unironically, literally.
Actually, one of the developers original developers is Russian, so yeah, not gay furry, just a Russian guy.
Yeah, and I'm totally sure that Putin's also not homosex. Just keep telling yourself that, bud. Look me in the eye and tell me, has anyone ever seen his wife?
I mean, that yes. She's widely publicized to be his wife, now ex-wife, so...
Right, ex-wife? Is she and still alive? What the fuck is this?
Yes, I don't know if you like know the lore about Putin's marriage stuff, but basically he had a wife, and I don't think they had children. Yeah, they didn't have children, but
well, I remember
after
I remember very early on, like him and his wife was kind of like a meme and stuff. It was just like, yes, air quotes, wife. I remember that being...
she was legit his wife, but the thing about it is, when he came in power, they've kind of been growing like estranged, and he started having affairs with other like women, and eventually they divorced. But I don't know how it actually is still, but I think she still holds some of his like written off assets, or she has been like a beneficiary of some of his like schemes. So it's not all like the bridges aren't burned; they're just kind of fucking twisted.
Oh, I'm sure she's the daughter of some big guy who runs something, and they're still buddies. I'm sure it's something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know for
think
sure.
she
I don't know. I'm just
was.
assuming. I'm just assuming how these things go.
Yeah, she was born in 1958 in a family of a worker of like repair mechanic shop. So yeah. Oh,
What's that?
apparently she's already remarried back in 2016. Curious.
You know, I want to live long enough to see a reality TV show of Keeping Up with the Czar.
I don't.
Well, tough shit, you're living it already.
Yeah. Sure thing.
Just, hey, I'm in the same boat, and just because we don't call it a Politburo anymore doesn't mean it's still not a thing.
Like it's like a complex subject in the sense that like I've seen a few like Russian immigrants to Canada complain about. Oh, Haka is following. What?
Whether you're
Yeah,
gonna
I've
get,
seen like I think Haka is following on Twitch. It's his Twitch handle.
so Russians in Canada saying what?
I've seen like a few Russians who immigrated to Canada in search of like better life, basically, because
It's more of a sideways.
the climate.
It's more of a
climate
sideways
is-
moves, if we're being honest.
Yeah, like from what I've seen, the rationale is it's kind of like US, but it's easier to get in, and like the climate is similar, and so you can like get in easier and stuff like that. But the one guy I've watched a bit, he was like complaining about how difficult it was to actually earn enough to like to fucking survive with a family, especially. So I've been looking at it, and like when I was younger, I kind of dreamt about like immigrating to US maybe. But the older I got, the more I was like, man, things aren't great here, but at least I'm fucking well off. There, nobody would fucking want me. I would just be a fucking immigrant with not much in terms of prospects.
Well, it's always been a grass is greener on the other side kind of thing and stuff. Because honestly, in like the modern world right now, it's kind of like everyone is effectively in the same boat. So you're just changing, the color of your picket fence at this point. There's not really anything that's different. Unless you're talking about like really bad thing, like moving to like the Congo or like North Korea or something, like something retarded.
It's like my pure like layman observation, but what I've sort of observed throughout the last years is that a lot of Europe has been sliding towards like more, I would say, authoritarian way of doing things.
No,
Like in
whatever
general,
gave you that idea?
and I know it sounds like silly, but bear with me.
Yeah.
In terms of like, it almost feels like it's sliding down to like the lowest point of energy. sort of if we're using like the physical terminology, in the sense that like the democracy is not the natural way of things. Like humans naturally gravitate towards authoritarianism.
Well, it's true. It's true, but the rub is to put terms and limits on the totalitarianism, because like I've never been a fan of democracy because democracy is just mob rule.
Yeah, I've heard this opinion.
Yeah, like,
The issue with this stuff is like whenever I would try to like research stuff like direct democracy versus electoral college and like in general like democracy for everyone versus like what's the word for it, when like only people of a certain like amount of money or standing can vote, like only the educated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's always like so many debates and like pros and cons for each of the options, and it gets kind of like really confusing, and it feels like there's no like real solution. It's just all situational, temporary, and nothing really fucking works.
well, there's no such thing as a perfect system, and I've always been. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I've always been the opinion that humans are limited into the level of organization that they are able to do comfortably. So, and I've always been the opinion that the nation state, that is to say like province, state, oblast level, is the highest you can organize comfortably. Anything higher than that, to say like countries or heaven forbid shit like NATO or the United Nations, like anything higher than like the state province level is just it just does not work.
Yeah, but like the other thing about humans is the fact that like
They're retarded.
we push through shit despite like everything saying that like no, you should not do this. Humans just say nah, we should do this, it will be fine, and
Well,
like,
no,
shit gets pushed through.
Well,
And
no,
oftentimes it actually like achieves results.
Well, no, I like that. I like that for achieving results, and like I do like progress and stuff. But we've had centuries of trying to organize organize the higher levels of organizing humans and stuff. We've had that for like centuries, and every time it does not work. And like a retard bashing her head against a brick wall, it's like, no, it's going to work this time. Bash, bash, bash. Oh, why is my head hurt? It's like read a history book, realize it doesn't work, and just make peace with it. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's just like,
But the thing about it is you end up in the same conundrum as with like nuclear weapons and any sort of like advantage in general. If you don't use it, someone else will. It has drawbacks, but at the same time, you can like gather enough of a force to overpower those who do not do this sort of stuff. And in this area is the issue, basically.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'll just sit here and say people are retarded. But it's like, so do you have a better idea? No. My idea is to just cut your losses.
I always get reminded of that video of the Islamic priest saying, "But the people are retarded." And he also like makes this long pause between his words.
Well, I remember that their interview specifically because he wanted it to be very clear in English. It's like I don't want you to twist my words. The people are retarded.
I thought it was like a rhetorical trick, fuck, the word escaped me.
No, I actually no. I'm remembering more. I don't think he wasn't. I don't think he was a Muslim. I think he was a specific Indian cult leader. Yeah. He was an Indian.
Now that you say it, yeah, he probably was Indian. He looked like more Indianish.
I forget his name, but I forget the exact sect he was running, but he was effectively an Indian cult leader, and he was talking in his interview about like running a cult effectively. And yeah, and the people are retarded wasn't in terms of like, well, I think the initial question was like, how do you run the grift? Like, how do you run the cult? It's like, people are retarded. It's like, you're gonna find a sucker eventually. Was the rub.
We have a saying in Russian. How do I translate it? Like, a fool is not a mammoth. The fool is not going to go extinct. Which is
Yeah,
basically like
no,
this
no.
exact sort of stuff.
Yeah, the English equivalent of that there is literally a sucker is born every minute. You're never gonna run out.
It's in general like applied to stuff like MMM, which is was this like big Ponzi scheme ran by one dude in Russia. So like, yeah, you're always going to find someone dumb enough to fall for that shit. And just the law of big numbers says there's going to be a few of those.
Yeah, like I've had this conversation to the effect of like, I forgot how the conversation went. It was effectively like, the question was posed: why does communism never go away? Why are there always idiots promoting communism? Because there's a sucker born every minute. You're always going to have a new idiot who doesn't know better and is like, this is a good idea. It's like, no, it's not. But there's always going to be a new idiot to say that, so you're never going to win.
Truly.
And that can go for a lot of different things. So there comes a point where it's like, it's just a young idiot. Don't waste your time. Move on. Because like we were all young idiots, and we all did stupid things. And we all believe stupid things, and there's no point in hiding and stuff. But what I find insufferable these days is that arrested development is a thing, and it's very bad nowadays.
What do you specifically mean by that?
Arrested development, stunted. Emotionally and mentally stunted via different factors. Like you've seen a lot of instances of arrested development in relation to clown world, like the current political climate and all that shit and stuff. Mm-hmm. The libtards crying about Trump, literally crying and literally shaking, triggered and all that shit. Like that is what I mean by arrested development.
Yeah.
But
the emotional one.
Yeah, but my problem is the sheer prevalence of it right now, and it's been like that way for a while. But much like 2016, with the return of the Cheeto Jesus, I'm only expecting pure and utter entertainment for the next several years. But much
I'm kind of like, I'm not as stoked about Trump getting elected as a lot of people are, but I will just, as usual, do what I usually do, just look and see how it turns out.
Yo, we shitting on commies?
I am.
Kinda.
Hell yeah.
Hello,
I love shitting on commies. Hello.
So what are you up to, Haka?
Just woke up, decided to forego my usual nightly activities.
No gay orgy at the bathhouse?
No coronary prostitution either.
Shameful.
Truly sad.
Been a little fuck since the election.
Yeah. So, speaking of election stuff, I saw that Trixie was poking her head up the other day. I'm kind of wondering what had her down. It's kind of funny that Trixie was having a sad moment, but it was coinciding with the election and stuff. I'm like, I wonder if something happened.
Nah,
she doesn't.
You don't think, do you?
Well, I don't mean like her, like her specifically. I imagine probably like a family member or a close friend probably had a TDS episode. Is probably what happened.
I mean, yeah, because that very same day I was talking about having to save one of my friend's relationships because his girlfriend and her entire family was drinking the Kool-Aid in real time as the results were coming in. So yeah, it's more about who you know at this point.
And I'm still kind of angry at myself for not staying up like even an hour later that night because like literally I was on Discord looking at the thing and it's like, oh, PA flipped. And it's like, huh, PA flipped. And then literally it got caught, like the instant PA flipped. It was literally 2016 all over again. PA flips and then like the whole election's called. I'm like, fuck. Missed it again.
Truly sad.
I was awake live Discording it and stuff, but kind of low-key wish I was on stream. Oh well, I was tired. I was EP in bed.
Sleepy.
There will always be the next loop.
The question is, what animal is gonna die on the next loop? We already had the gorilla and the squirrel and the raccoon.
I'm calling panda.
I'm gonna go with eagle just to have it be thematic.
Yeah, full up patriotic eagle. No, when the eagle dies, we actually go into civil war.
I know, that's why. Why do you think I want it?
Hell yeah.
I still say America's overdue for a civil war, but it's kind of funny seeing that the Democrats, even though they're pissing and moaning about losing and stuff, it's just like it's literally the meme of the guy poking the thing. It's like, come on, do something.
You know, I'm not one to advocate for political/racial culling, but it would be really easy if they started a fight to have them not start anything else ever again due to a sudden case of not living.
I was promised a race war, god damn it.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Okay, the thing about the race war is that it would be so muddled at this point that there might be two somewhat defined sides, but you will always have, since we've all been on a 40k kick recently, the side of the quote unquote racist is basically gonna be the Tao, which is gonna be every race just coming together under the banner of we hate insert race here.
Well, it's less like for the greater good. It's more like for the greater race, because like it's kind of funny in that with the election of Trump and stuff right now, Latams are totally like they won the white card. They have been granted the rank of white now. It's like you are now officially white. How's it feel?
It feels like it was meant to be my whole life. I finally feel like I'm in my own skin.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're gonna get hit with a melanin disorder, and you start to slowly turn black. I hate to break it to you. The balance must be restored in the universe.
Well, there's a Home Depot nearby, and I hear robes are still pretty cheap despite the economy.
Yeah, but it'd be a nylon rope, and those things get messy. It's not like a good hemp rope. Motherfucker. Hey, getting one-shotted.
I can live with a little bit of mess. I can't live with brown skin. Well, the point is not living to begin with, so... but yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny that the whole "we do not grant you the rank of white" it was prophetic.
Well, no, like, well, no. Here's the funny part. Is with the Hell on Earth comic and stuff. It's like the racist white denying the Latam the rank of white. But what actually needed to happen was the racist Democrat granting the Latam the rank of white.
The most wonderful of gifts from the most unexpected of places.
Exactly.
God, I love it so much. And funnily enough, I don't even slight location docs. I don't even live in a blue state, and I've been getting side eyes, and it's really funny. It's really funny when you see when you're driving and you see sometimes I drive with my windows down because gotta save on gas, so I don't pump up the aircon. So I drive I don't pump up the AC, so I drive my window down. And it sometimes you just get those motherfuckers with the Kamala sticker just give you the stink eye. Like, I want you to crash and implode right now. That look that says I wish your entire family was in that car so I can ram it. Whenever I get that while at a stoplight, it just fills me with joy. I think it's happened like 3 times now. It's glorious. Which is weird that they can even tell because I look pretty white. Other than my facial hair, I don't really look that much like a spick. So it's weird that they can tell. It's almost like something inside them, like a flip switch, and they immediately gain the ability to racially profile with perfect accuracy.
I think all the
racist has awoken.
No, I think the tell is all the candles of the Virgin Mary on your dashboard. I think that's the giveaway.
Well, okay, yeah. To be fair, I do have a crucifix hanging from the rearview mirror, but that's mostly because my mother gifted it to me, and I feel bad.
Not having it on.
I feel bad not having it because it's to keep you safe, honey. And I've said it before, I don't really believe in any of that stuff, but I appreciate the gesture, so I would feel bad.
I got a rosary buried in my bug out bag. That was a gift from my grandmother for my, I forget if it was my communion or confirmation, one of the two, and she gave it to me. I was like, okay, I'll cherish you forever, Grandma.
Yeah. I mean, technically it worked. I survived a pretty fucked up car crash, so technically it worked. Yeah. But yeah, maybe that's that giveaway. I don't know. And you can't even say, oh, it's the spick music because I don't listen to that too. I don't really listen to music in the car.
You're just blasting Love Live from your subwoofer.
Dude, if I could. But no.
What's stopping you?
Shame.
I didn't have you had that.
We have established a dichotomy between myself online with a 20 or 30% less of a filter to myself in real life where I'm just botchy. We have established that I am indeed botchy the Reddit. I want my existence to be perceived as little as possible.
You know, I fully understand you.
This is how we mend the West-East relations. Unity through social awkwardness.
I mean, Russia and Venezuela are already sort of allied as is, so you know.
Come with me, AZ. Let's hold hands in absolute social incompetence and then recoil at the touch of another human.
Well, Zenler, that answers your question from before.
I never had the question. I never had the question. I always knew.
Which question?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Is it too late to claim for the bid?
Yeah.
That was literally our conversation.
Yeah, Xandar brought it up.
Yes, and you come
it's
in
up
here.
to him if he wants to.
You come in here like a wrecking ball and just prove my point. Thank you very much, Haka.
I'm glad I could be of service.
Is that what you say after
Haka, do you-
Is that what you say after your rendezvous with Cipher? Glad to be of service.
No, I tell him to clean up.
Yeah, clean it up. Here's the 20 and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So, Haka, how about some gay old time in Space Marine 2?
You mean right now?
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the middle of stream. Like, God, have some shame.
I said early
I
on.
don't mind if it's later.
I said I'm willing to move over to Haka's, not Haka's, move over to the Cypher server like last time, just for the sake of carrying on the conversation.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, whenever there's a stream, I would rather focus on that. Games take a little bit, especially Space Marine, take a little bit too much money.
Yeah, Space Marine is like it's distracting. So I thought we would like go to another channel or wait until Xandar finishes.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Focus on the matter at hand. Then we can go and kiss on the Bio-Titan bridge.
So what we were discussing earlier, Haka, is that the fact that you're actually fucking gay and not doing it for the bit.
I mean, at this point, there is nothing I can say. So as long as the banter around it is funny, I have no fucking problem with it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Well, it's less of the banter of it being funny. It's just we don't care. Live your life.
You know,
Live
Haka,
your
despite
life. You
all-
just keep it away from my children. You don't shove it in my face.
I'm calling you gay, not I'm calling you gay. I'm calling you gay, not a pedophile.
No, Haka, despite all of the shit you've put me through, I'm still on your side. I still believe you were like actually doing it for the bit.
I want you to have rights. Insert the fucking Chris Chan clip about liking dykes in China.
And then afterwards, insert the clip of Chris Chan fucking taking a knife to his taint.
Oh.
Hey,
that
just
sounds
because he
bad.
said one thing correctly doesn't mean I have to follow his every word in action, okay?
What?
Separate the art from the artist, guys.
I don't know, that Hitler fellow had some good ideas.
Mayhaps if we revisited them, they always said Kanye was ahead of his time. That's all I'm saying.
For legal reasons pertaining to Russian law on free speech, I will not comment on this issue.
Yes, because clearly you're on the FSB watch list.
I am the FSB watch list. It's just that I have other FSB watching me.
Oh my god.
Why?
It's like,
Oh my god, he's on the payroll.
yeah, like I'm. I think we settled it before, Haka. I'm the KGB. I'm the distraction asset. I draw away all the attention while the people doing all the work in the background unnoticed. I'm the trick of the magician. Slide of a hand.
Pulling a rabbit out of Haka's ass.
Oh no.
I do not
Can I-
appreciate this community's fascination with my ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I at least have the gloves on during the process?
You can have the gloves, but not the lube.
That's gonna be nasty. The
okay,
rabbit is
can you-
like.
Can we just say that Haka's ass is a little cute nickname for his hat, please?
I would prefer pulling something out of Haka's ass rather. Fuck hat.
God, you motherfucker! Freud, why?
Sorry,
Freud, yes!
sorry, I'm a bit drunk. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I drank one bottle
Shut
of
the
beer. and
fuck
it's-
up! Eating doesn't suddenly make you want to pull something out of his pig's ass. Fuck off.
No, what I was saying is like one bottle of beer is already kind of making me
Oh,
tipsy.
okay.
So
Fuck
this is
you
why I
then.
slipped.
Okay, I just want the contrast to be made apparent. I get drunk, what I say, slam Shiori pregnant until she cries. He gets drunk, what he says, pull a rabbit out of Haka's ass. Let's just make that clear, okay?
That's not what I intended to say. It was
But it's what you wanted to say.
No, I did not want it to
It's
say. I
called
wanted
a
to-
Freudian slip for a reason.
I
It's
would
the-
prefer the hat to the ass. That's what I meant.
It's the weekend. I'll allow you guys to have a pinch of gay, since it's the weekend.
Here you go. You will have but a crumb of gay.
Like Haka, I still have some reputation to uphold, so I will
Oh,
not.
shut up. No, buddy, no.
What?
My man, we have an entire emote dedicated to you, too, in fact. There is no reputation.
Listen. This fucking emote. First of all, it was made by fucking Dazzle of all people. Both of them. That's first. Second,
Tragic,
it holds
tragic. The
zero.
worst person you know made a great point.
Shut up. It holds zero fucking water. When you get called gay, it's because you're like talking about kissing men. When Moth gets called a bug fucker, it's because he's likes bug VTubers. When I get called a fucking tranny, it's completely fucking baseless. Okay?
Listen, man, listen, after you got called a tranny the first time, you started talking about yourself, and a lot of stuff just happened to fall into place. That's all I'm saying.
What did I say? Okay, what did I say? Fucking prove it.
I haven't documented it because it was a long time ago, but I'm sure someone can back me up on this.
Then you're fucking just bullshitting, okay?
Someone will back me up on this eventually, at some point.
Nah,
Bruh.
you're just bullshitting it.
Fight,
I am
fight,
indeed
fight. Kiss.
I am indeed a bold. No, that's gonna happen in the Biotitan Bridge. Give it like 20 minutes. Listen, I am indeed a bullshit artist, but this one time I'm not bullshitting.
There is nothing about me that would indicate I'm a fucking tranny. Zanwar, back me up on that, quick. You're a trustworthy fellow.
A trusted trans ally.
Yes, so stunning and brave. No, yeah, no, you are not a tranny.
Thank you, Zanwar. Finally, someone said
You
it.
had to force that one out.
No, I had to parse my words because I'm inventory managing. Much like how you can't play Space Marine and stream at the same time, I can't have a conversation and look at numbers and stats on items without having my brain seize up.
The human mind is sadly a single thread.
I could give it a try. It's just, you know, brain no good.
Okay, if you guys want to watch Space Marine, you guys can go and I can wrap up my stream. I have been streaming for 2 hours.
I mean, no. I mean, on
It's
my
up
part,
to you,
there's-
Zanwar.
There's no hurry. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys really want to go, just say so.
Long day.
I'm
Yes,
having fun just
Grandpa.
hanging out.
This really just feels like visiting Grandpa at the old folks' home. If you guys want to go do something else, feel free. I know you don't want to be here.
Yeah, you ungrateful fucks.
Now this really feels like a grandpa visit.
Can we get a cloud for him to yell at?
Well, sun has risen, but that involves actually looking out my window, and that actually involves getting up.
Yeah, fuck
Xenor
that
is that meme of the fat NEET closing his curtains to not let the light in.
Unironically, the only window in my house I can open is my kitchen window. Every other window has a tarp over it.
Holy shit!
Unironically, same.
I do not know how you people live like that. I need sun, otherwise I just get depressed to shit.
It's called vitamin D supplements.
I take them and it still sucks.
For me, it's called being depressed. Like, I just don't care. I just fucking I did say I was neat maxing not too long ago.
Yeah, you did mention it like that.
I put a bed dressing over my window, and then on top of that, I put a blanket, so it's completely dark right now, which is great. I love it.
It's also not good for the eyes to look at the screen against the dark background.
That's an old wives'
fucks
tale.
up your
Fuck
eyes.
it. That's an old wives' tale. Fuck that noise.
What's that?
No,
lie?
that's not actually a lifestyle. That's a fucking medical thing.
No, shut
Contrast
up.
between the screen and the background is
No,
contributing to eye stuff.
Shut up, Kami. You're lying to me.
I mean,
The sun is a
it's-
psyop, and you want me to look at it so I can get mind control.
Ultimately, it's your fucking eyes. You do whatever you want with those. But
My eyes are already fucked. It's fine.
I've been legally blind since I was 5. I don't give a fuck.
I already wear glasses. Who cares?
Oh, so you're also a fucking glass wearer.
Yeah, this is
cute.
not a secret.
I don't remember you mentioning that.
I mean, I haven't gone out of my way to mentioning it. It's just, we're in the middle of a call, and I have to say, oh, I need to get my glasses.
Oh,
Actually, I do remember that.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Yeah, I've done it multiple times. Yeah,
Probably slipped my mind.
yeah. So now remember when I spoke of that one scenario of the huge spick who looks like he could fucking fold you like a table, coming in asking for gum while shaking and almost crying. Now give him glasses.
that's even worse.
Exactly.
I know. I just picture you as Caleb from Time for Pie. Have you ever watched that podcast?
Time for pie.
The Black Rifle Coffee Company has a podcast called Time for Pie, and one of the hosts is Caleb, and he's pretty much like fucking jacked guy, like just big, but he has like the Mike Tyson voice, so like there's a discrepancy between the way he looks and his voice and stuff.
Listen, man, I already don't like my voice. You don't gotta compare it to Mike Tyson. What the fuck?
No. What I was getting at is that you don't have that discrepancy, so you need the glasses to have a discrepancy. So you don't have the voice discrepancy, so you have the glasses instead. Is what I was getting at.
Okay.
However, it would be funny. It would be funny.
I am somehow lucky to not be fucking bespectacled at my age, considering the sheer amount of time I spent staring at a screen unblinkingly.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
My vision is not like perfect. I have a bit of like nearsightedness, just slightly, and some astigmatism, but overall I don't need glasses, so like I operate fine without them. And I honestly find it surprising.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that point, I have come to realize that it's not even what you do to your eyes. It's just luck of the draw, all things considered. It's just luck. Cause I have a friend, not a friend, a fucking cousin. Why did I call him a friend? I have a cousin who spends all of his time in front of the computer, and two things about him that made me realize: one, there is no justice in this world. Two, every single thing about your body is just entirely down to luck.
Yep.
The motherfucker doesn't need glasses, and he's ripped. He has never worked out a day in his life.
Yes,
Spends
there
all
are
day
fucking
drinking.
people like this.
Like he
And I
drinks
hate
more
them.
than I ever did, and I was a heavy drinker. He drinks more than I ever did. The only times he goes out of his house is to party. And he is ripped, obviously thin, and doesn't need any glasses.
Yeah, man, that's like you.
It's
This is so
insane.
bullshit. This
It's
is such
fucking
bullshit.
bullshit. Like,
We have to work our ass off for that shit, and they just get it for free.
like my abs are not nearly as defined as his are, and I had to work my ass off to reach the point that I have. And he has never gotten out of that fucking chair. And you can see him, and he has fucking washboard abs. Like how? Fucking how? What dark path? Which god did you pledge allegiance to for this?
Nurgle, I guess.
Yeah.
No, if it were Nurgle, he would actually be fat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's probably
I feel that shit so bad. Like, just Kevin kind of lost the genetic lottery in many senses.
oh my god,
that shit sucks.
Idea. You have no idea. Like the only thing I got from my parents is well, not even from my parents, because it's a recessive gene. Being tall. That's all I got.
All I got.
Honestly, like, I'm grateful I'm as high as I am because
You're as high.
kinda-
Yeah, always.
Okay, I'm. Fuck. Like.
Go off,
Let me try
ESL King. Go off.
Shut up!
Yes,
Like, I'm lucky
say.
to be of my height because my dad is even like shorter than me. Some of it is the fact that he is like a literal human fucking ant. He just lugs heavy shit on himself. Like he would. Like, I remember the time we transported the new like furniture, and some of it was like the drawer for clothes, and it had like a huge back wall, like about 2 meters tall, and we had to drag that shit into the apartment by ourselves because he was too cheap to hire like delivery services. He ordered the furniture from like a factory, and then we all transported it in his like minivan. And we had to drag that shit in there, and he would constantly, like, when he was even younger, he would constantly like lug around heavy shit. So some of it is probably him just getting like naturally fucking squashed from all the weight he carried throughout his life. He's like my dad is like an actual fucking dwarf.
I was
Kinda
just
guy.
about to say. I was
Yeah,
just about to ask.
I was waiting for a pause to make a dwarf joke.
Yeah, same. I was gonna ask. So you're telling me that he has a diggy hole somewhere in his backyard?
He's short, he's really stocky. He sometimes have a beer belly because like smoking works for him like a switch on, switch off thing for the belly. When he's smoking, he's rather thin. When he's not smoking, he has a belly.
Okay, now,
Oh, yeah.
now the question is, does he have a book of grudges, and are you in it?
No, we have a good relationship between ourselves.
Bleh.
Yeah, I can't relate with that.
In fact, he like literally left. Like what? When I joined Zenler, he just left. He was like visiting up on me, seeing if I'm actually doing all right.
Gay.
I'm less. While it may,
Man,
they are probably journey well.
Haka, if your parents don't give you that sort of like love and attention, it's not gay.
No,
if
listen.
I get it.
No, listen. What kind of man are you if you're not meant to fight your father on top of a volcano? That's all I'm saying.
I never fought with my father. Like legit, never happened. We always had like a very cordial and like respecting relationship.
Me and my dad would always yell at each other, and we almost came to blows once. Like, when I moved out of university, I told him to rent a U-Haul, I'd pay him back later. But he came with his pickup truck and a tarp. And on the way home, it was like a hurricane, so, like, most of my shit got destroyed, and I lost, like, 2 drawers on the highway, just shattered on the highway, and everything just went into the ditch. And when we got back, I almost killed him.
Oh man, that's gotta suck.
Yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, when we got back, I was just like, we didn't even unpack the truck. I just said, just drop me off and go. I'll pick up the shit in the morning. And he was just like, hunky dory, nothing really happened. I was like, leave right now, or else I'm killing you. And then he left.
Many such cases, personally speaking.
You people are fucking weird. Why do you have so much trouble with your fathers?
Mine is retarded.
Mine is
Mine
retarded
is
as
too,
well.
but he's not like maliciously retarded. He's just too
Well,
optimistic.
there you go. There you go. There's the difference.
Okay, Haka, let's compare ours. Mine is retarded, but mine is also a sociopath. Like I'm legit. When I say I'm a sociopath, I am a sociopath because my father is a sociopath. Like I know where mine came from. Like I understand. How about you?
I wouldn't necessarily call him one because I don't like going to that extreme when it comes to classifying things. Like I'm not a psychoanalyst or anything, but he does have some sociopathic traits. I've come to find. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this as vaguely as possible. He would make. No, how do I put this as vague as was humanly possible?
I don't know. I admitted that mine commits fraud, so
No,
just
it's not. Honestly, that's depending on who he's defrauding. That's kind of based. I gotta say, depending on who he's defrauding. But it's just I don't want to get too personal with it. That's the thing.
Okay, what is the behavior? But just say the behavior and not the event example. Just say the behavior.
Okay. No, that's the thing. The behavior is the event. Like I don't plan on giving you the background. It's just.
Or just don't,
Okay.
or just dodge it entirely and say like, nah, there's no way to work around it.
Yeah, fuck it. There's no way to work around it. Okay, the equivalent would be someone driving over a puppy and laughing.
Oh,
Oh,
it's gonna suck.
Like they didn't intend to do so, but upon driving over the puppy, they start laughing.
Jesus. That's not nice.
Yeah. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's the best I can come up with off the top of my head.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But you know, it's not the worst person in the world, I guess. Like,
Nah.
they're-
My dad's issue is the fact that he's like too optimistic about shit. He gets into like these sort of ventures, and
Oh.
he gets fucked up from like having to pay off stuff that he like invented. For example, now he has like they bought a plot of land in the nearby like private house zone area thing. Currently, it's just open fucking field that is like cut into plots of land. But he was like, I'm going to like, they all need to have grass cut down because like grass and like the malicious plants and stuff like that. So I'm gonna buy like a mulcher and I'm gonna be like cutting all that down and fucking getting dough. And now he's like, he had to ask me for like money to bail him out a bit because he couldn't pay off some of the stuff because he bought that fucking mulcher. And that's pretty much like the microcosm of my relationship with him and like our family money struggles, which is why I fucking grind so hard working.
Understandable.
Understandable, yes.
Yeah, I was kind of there, like, wasn't. So my mom worked at a liquor store for years, and then she decided to retire. And I asked, and when she told me this on the call, I was like, "Okay, are you ready to retire?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Are you financially ready to retire?" "Yeah." Not even like a month later, I get a call. It's like, "Hey, can I have some money?" I'm like, "What the fuck did I just ask?" It's like, yeah, the pension's not not enough to cover living expenses. It's like, that's why I fucking asked. It's like, give me a heads up. I pretty much asked her, it's like, give me a heads up so I can start saving, because I know this is going to come and bite you in the ass, because she bought into the promise of like, oh yeah, just work all your life. The government will take care of you. It's like, no, just no.
Oh no.
You know, as much as I give my dad shit, he does understand that concept, and he's just going to work until he dies.
God, I really wish it's not something I would have to do.
I'm resigned to the fate that that's exactly what we're going to have to do.
I hope I would, like, at least. I don't feel like I'm gonna be one of the like fire dudes who like retire at 30 or whatever, because they like work their ass off for 10 years after college. But at the same time, I really hope I don't have to work for all my fucking life.
You will
That
work
would
the
require-
coding mines.
Oh, man, I want to do stuff that would prevent me being in the
Go
coding
back to
mines
the
forever.
coding mines, monkey.
No,
Where,
it's fucking weekend. You can't make me. You cannot
the-
fucking make me.
where the femboy socks, monkey. Code. We found a
have
bug.
femboy socks.
Code.
No, you can't make me. You cannot fucking make me. It's
Is
my
that what-
fucking law mandated holiday.
I can just
Weekend,
imagine
whatever.
I could just imagine you tossing and turning in your sleep. No, you can't make me code. No, stop. No.
No,
don't
no,
wanna-
Dude,
I-
like, you joke, but I'm genuinely fucking fed up with this shit already. There's
No,
so
I-
much bullshit I had to endure during the last like project. I am fucking dejected as fuck.
no,
I
just
want this all to fucking end.
I picture your nightmare is that since your company is contracted out to Apple, I just picture like Steve Jobs rising from
I'm
the
not
grave.
contracted out to Apple.
Oh,
Like, I
whatever.
have nothing to do with Apple, guys.
No, I said, wasn't your company doing work for them? Nope.
No.
I think they
That's
just
it's
work
like
with
a-
their software, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, I might have like worded it somewhere in a weird way, but basically I work in an outsourced studio that is outsourced to another like company that does fintech services, if I'm keeping it like rather vague. So I have nothing to do with Apple. I just develop
Alternatively.
application for an iPhone. That's it.
Alternatively, he is in a loving yet non-committal relationship with Tim Cook.
Honestly, I would fucking rather you than fucking Tim Cook. At least you're funny.
Thanks, I guess. Oh, he called me funny. That warms my little heart.
No, he just wants a big buff Latam daddy.
Nah. That's a bullet to the
Aw,
head
God damn
scenario.
it.
So like don't get your
Oh
hopes
God,
up.
God fucking
little
damn it!
stick.
I hate my brain sometimes.
What?
It's just the second Zenlar said the big Latam Dottie. I just imagined that scene of the black guy breaking into the other guy's room in prison and going, "Kiss me in my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical." But it's just you in the dark coding room and me breaking in.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Kiss me in
fucking
my
Christ.
hot mouth.
It
I'm
sounds-
feeling romantical.
Why
It
do you
sounds
have
like-
to say these words, Haka?
This is the most retarded plot for a porn I've ever heard, and I'm all for it.
The most retarded plot you've heard so far. Give me like a week.
I know Gachi is your hero, but there's some things you just probably shouldn't follow.
What can I say? I enjoy showing people who the boss of the gym is.
Don't you go to the gym in the middle of the night and not deal with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really show them who's the boss of this gym. But like showing up where no one is there. So like you're technically right. The best way to be right.
God, I wish there was no one there. There's this one motherfucker who I wish I could just run over. Who happens to show up about. So I think I've said it before, but my workouts usually last between 4 and 5 hours, and at about hour 2, this motherfucker shows up, who I genuinely want to deck in the mouth because of how annoying he is.
But what does he do specifically?
Okay. Oh, it's a bunch of things. So he does. Okay. So first off, just to paint you the picture of the kind of motherfucker I'm talking about. Wrinkly, saggy skin, at least in his 60s. God, I hope he's in his 60s because he looks like fucking shit. Beer belly, hunched over, tank top, backwards baseball cap.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a real fucking specimen.
Massive fucking gay lady so you know those stereotypical tattoos of naked ladies that supposedly men had on their forearms, not their forearms, their biceps.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, that kind of tattoo on both arms. So to paint you the picture of the kind of creature I'm talking about. So he does a couple of nifty little things that I just love. For starters, he never cleans up any of the machines after use. So they're always, just musky with his glorious, beautiful scent. And sticky, no less.
You mean like he doesn't wipe the sweat of the bench
He
and
doesn't,
stuff like that?
he doesn't clean them up, swipe them, anything. Second, he seems to have some sort of, probably, I would assume it's due to smoking, because he looks like he's smoked all throughout his life. Issue with very, very nasal coughing. Like, not nasal, what's the word for it? Phlegmy coughing.
Oh yeah, he's like liquid cough.
Yeah, liquid coughs constantly, and he never covers his mouth, and he always goes out of his way to cough on everything.
Oh, I hate that shit. Why do people do this?
He also
awful.
grunts. He also grunts really loudly when working on the machines, so that's great.
One of those, yep.
Yeah, he's one of those. He does this. Okay, I'm not gonna be someone to go, oh, you're doing it wrong, blah, 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 blah. But he does it so wrong that he's actively damaging the machines.
Oh wow.
So basically, the way he works them is that he goes really fast, thinking, oh, if I go fast, I do more, which is the exact opposite, actually.
Yeah.
But in the middle of going fast, he actually lets go a little too much, so the weights start slamming against one another. Like you can hear metal
I
slamming
know
against
what
metal
you're talking
repeatedly.
about.
I don't
Especially
work
on the,
out,
like,
and I know
cable
how it
machines.
works.
Yeah. So he does this all the time. He never re-racks the weights, like ever. So
Wow,
there's
what a
this
faggot.
the area with the benches for the bench press, because you got the whole bench press setup. Is right next to the area with a bunch of other benches, where you got all the dumbbells. And in the corner there are their own barbells that are separate from the ones in the bench press area. He grabs those barbells, brings them to the bench press area, does nothing with them most of the time, and just leaves them there. And they get lost for days on end.
What a fucking specimen.
And he also does he started doing this really cute little thing, which is he will quote unquote what's the word? God, he will. What's the? I guess you could say.
Describe.
Okay, so he's planning to use a machine later, so he will put a dumbbell on it along with a bunch of his stuff.
Oh, he fucking tries to reserve that thing?
Yeah, and he does it at least an hour in advance.
He's like, hey man, I'm going to use that. It's like, yeah, in what century?
Like I was walking, and it was he did that just as I was about to use it. So I saw that, and you know, me being the non-confrontational pussy that I am, I just said, okay, fuck it, I'll just go do the next thing. And I did 3 different workouts in the time that it took him to get there, and he was right next to me the whole time. So I saw him just do the one thing the whole time. So he does his really shitty exercises, looks at his pitiful little fucking arms in the mirror for like 5 minutes, then walks around for another 10 minutes, then comes back, does it again, and then just does nothing. And then after like an hour, he finally fucking puts the dumbbell aside and starts working the machine, aka breaking it.
Oh god.
He is there every night.
I'm so glad I'm a fat sack of shit and all the workout I do is at home.
Oh, don't worry, so is he. Like, he's a sack of shit and he is fat as fuck. He's there every night, not a little bit, not an iota of improvement. It's really funny.
As much as I have bad genetics, the one thing in my favor is I put on muscle really fast. The problem is I lose it just as fast, so I don't want to bother putting in the effort to maintain it.
Yeah, you gotta like at least do 1 exercise, full like body exercise a week to keep it up in general, from what I've read.
Nah, fuck
If
that
you want
noise.
to, like, preserve it.
Nah. No, thank you.
My issue is like I see the progression on like the weight, so like I steadily progress in terms of weight, but I really don't see like much of it on like the frame, so to speak.
I mean, I have the worst of both worlds, which is it took a long time for me to build, and I lose it really quickly.
Yeah, like the strength for me, like it gets there, but the hypertrophy isn't there.
Fuck you. Yeah. I mean that's rather common, and also has to do with how you work out.
My guess is I don't eat enough.
I mean,
I
true, but also that is its own goal that a lot of people set for themselves. Like I've seen people benching double their body weight, and you would look at them and they are lanky as fuck.
like the link strength or something
Yeah,
like that. It's called.
Yeah.
I don't
I think it has
know.
to do
I've
with
never
muscle
worked.
density.
I've never worked out for mass or definition. Pretty much all the workout I've ever done for decades at this point is literally what I would do for work. That is to say, I carry things from point A to point B repeatedly for a long time, or my back, you know, rocks, move rocks and samples and shit and stuff. So what I do is I have my dumbbells, and all I do is just walk back and forth carrying them.
You just carry them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really lift. The most lifting I do is I kind of scrunch up when I'm going between my living room and my kitchen, because there's a pinch point between the rooms, because like I live in a small house, so I have shelves and drawers everywhere, so there's a pinch point going between those 2 rooms. So what I'll do is I'll do arm curls, and not just arm curls, but like what's the move where you bring your arms towards each other in front of you. So I'll just lift the weights and scrunch up, and then put them back down when I'm going in between the rooms, and that's the most air quote reps I'll do. But otherwise, it's just walking back and forth.
So like kind of like frontal raises.
Yeah, that.
I mean, you know, that's not too bad. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in general, like weightlifting is this sort of area when doing a bit goes a long way, but at the same time, the diminishing returns fall off.
I was just gonna
very
say,
rapidly.
the diminishing returns come in crappily and quickly.
Yeah, because like when I was in university, like I had a couple of gym bro buds and stuff, and they're like, "Oh man, it's just getting so big and swole and stuff," and I'm just like, Why? It's like it's like academically, I can understand the mentality and all that jazz and stuff. It's just like there comes a point where it's just like, what's the purpose? Like I've
For
always
me,
had.
it's the aesthetic reasons purely.
Well, no, that's the thing. I can never. I've never been able to get around is the aesthetics thing because I'm always function over form. That's like I am unwavering in that mentality. It's just like it's like who cares how you look as long as you're healthy and it works.
Well, I personally do it for health and also because it gives good chemical. I like the good chemical in my brain.
Semen?
Oh, true. No, it's the wrong chemical. It's also not the chemical. It's probably like a liquid compound. So
Fuck
who
you.
goes there? What's happening?
I was making a gay joke.
God damn it. But yeah, I going back to that. I do enjoy looking in the mirror and not seeing a fat fuck anymore. That's pretty nice.
But yeah, that's also like my reason.
But,
Except it's not a fat fuck. It's a stick man.
Yeah. I wish I could have been lean at some point in my life. Sadly, the genetics would not have it. But yeah, it's just like I'm not the biggest fan of the muscular aesthetic, to be honest. Like there's a point at which I would rather just stop and work for upkeep rather than increase. Like I don't want to get too bulky.
But have you
Yeah,
achieved?
because like it's also it takes a lot of like nutrients to keep this shit up.
Yeah. So
But-
you were saying, Sindler?
But have you achieved your desired goal and what you want to do yet?
No, because my body hates me. And yeah, I hope to get there eventually, at least by the end of next year, hopefully. And after that, it should be smooth sailing. Oh, yeah, it takes time.
I wish you well in your endeavors.
Yeah.
Many things. And I wish for your body to not fall apart, Grandpa.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
May the IBS not kill you yet.
Oh, I've made my peace. The only thing is, I'm just curious what's gonna be the thing that takes me out in the end. I'm kind of like a dark horse candidate. I'm kind of hoping for like maybe like a car accident or just something.
Just something
what?
completely unrelated out of left field.
Well, my only other two options are either my heart explodes or I die from ass cancer. So you know what? I'm okay with a violent death.
How about all three simultaneously, just for the funny?
Man, why would I piss off God at that point?
Got born probably.
Something about being Canadian.
Well, call my
God
little-
hates those.
I don't know. I've said this before. I am of the opinion my parents have never should have had kids because both me and my sister are genetic defects, so it was just never in the cards.
Yeah, it's one of the things people don't tend to fucking think through. Is like don't have kids if you have a lot of like diseases and shit. Just
Well-
don't your kids do this sort of stuff.
Well, the thing is, my parents never had any overt things. Like my dad had like his family like IBS and colon cancer and stuff, which was not that big of a deal, breaker kind of thing. And my mom never really had anything until later in life and stuff. So it's kind of one of those things where like, who knew? But me having Marfans and then my sister having Downs and stuff, there's a point. It's like, okay, you know, some.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, they always knew something was wrong with me, but we didn't figure it out. Like, I was the one that had to figure it out, and I only figured it out in 30s. And it's like, hey, maybe I have a genetic condition, and I did. So it's just, now it makes sense. Because, like, when my sister was born, it's like, well, duh.
Yeah, though I gotta say sometimes, you know, the genetic combination of parents is just it just doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, the issue is also with like recessive genes that don't
Yeah,
show
that
up.
too. Like, sometimes there's no way for them to until the first one comes out, or it
Yeah.
doesn't, depending on how it turns out.
I guess
'Cause,
the only like. Yeah, say.
I was gonna say, because personally speaking, I wasn't even supposed to be born. Like, I was supposed to die up until the very last second, and then
Same.
they never managed to have another one again. So I'm just saying, something was probably up. there might have been an issue or two there. Just saying.
Dude,
I-
the joke I keep telling is like I was born. When I was born, they had to like untie the
Umbilical
what's the word for the. Basically, I almost strangled myself in the womb with the like the thing that goes for your. Like,
Oh my
stomach of
God,
the mother.
sister, same.
So yeah, they had to like untangle that
No,
shit. and I-
actually, ironically, yeah, literally the same.
Nah, in my case, I didn't hang myself on the umbilical cord like you guys. You guys took out the best way. My case is that the way you go with your head and shoulders out of the birth canal and stuff. I was tilted.
Oh, your leg first.
No, I wasn't leg first. It was worse. My shoulders were rotated 90 degrees, so I was smashing my shoulders against my mom's pelvis. Instead, so instead of going out like horizontally, I was going out vertically, turned sideways and stuff. And I almost suffocated to death. So like they had to ship my mom off to the city, which was like 2 hours away and stuff. I don't know how I didn't die, but then the doctor was like, "Okay, turn you sideways." Boop.
This man really said, "I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick."
Yeah, it's like speed. Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, and then that night I almost choked to death because of my Marfan syndrome. My cartilage in my throat is never. Marfan is connective tissue, and in my case it was bone and cartilage. So your epiglottis, which is the flap between your trachea and esophagus and stuff. So like the doctor went in the hospital, laid me on my back to sleep, and then I immediately start choking. And he was like, that's fucked up. And then he put me on my.
That's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's like that's not supposed to happen. Then he puts me on my pediatrician puts me on my side and it's like, okay, it's fine. And it's like, okay, just don't sleep on your back or else you're gonna die. It's like, okay, good enough.
But is it also putting a baby on their side equally risky?
Yeah, but for different reasons. But in the end, that there was like the lesser of two evils that just ended up working out for me.
I guess so. I mean, at that point, you would just probably need to have constant surveillance to make sure you didn't just, fall on your face and stop breathing.
Well, no, that's an easy fix. Like my parents would just swaddle my back and stomach with the blankets just so I wouldn't flop over and stuff. And that's the way I've been sleeping ever since. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's kind of lame to you guys. You guys fucking try to lynch yourselves.
We were
I really fucking tried, but sadly I failed. Now you have to like entertain me and endure.
No, I'm your problem, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm your problem now.
well, we all have that main character thing of like, I survived, bitch. Now it's like, now it's time for vengeance.
I mean, like, it's in general, like, first you have to be, like, the fucking sperm cell that gets there first, then you have to survive the birth, and you have to, like, not die during childhood, shit like that.
I always
You're
like
just
to
getting constantly
imagine.
filtered.
I always like to imagine I won the race because every other sperm cell knew what would come as a result of winning, so they all backed off and let the retard win.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if he was the one?
It's like, so guys, what's the prize? Oh, we get to live in this bitch of an earth. Oh. Let's give it to Haka. Let him deal with it.
At least at that instance, it will be funny.
Yeah, and I guess I inherited that trait. Do it for the funny.
Yeah, I can see the epitaph on your tombstone. I did it for the funny. LOL. Lamau even.
Yeah. It's just 1,000 Bebo emotes carved onto the tombstone.
Yeah, and instead of the eternal flame, it's just a Fetty Fazbear doing the Fortnite dance.
Okay, now I'm definitely having that done. We're gonna fucking play Five Nights at Freddy's by the Living Tombstone at my funeral.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Please, is this where you wanna be? I'm gonna have it play while they give the speech. It's just gonna be the fucking the priest or whoever the fuck is supposed to do the little speech when people die. Trying to be all solemn and shit, and it's just, is this where you wanna be? I just don't get it.
You know, there's like this meme phrase in Russian that's basically goes like "skibidi paminki," which means like
Wait,
funeral.
skibbity? Excuse me?
It's after like the skibidi toilet should get popular. Someone, if people were just
okay.
generally.
Okay, I thought it was.
No. No, it came after the toilet stuff.
Okay.
But, like,
Okay,
Okay,
you
yeah,
had me worried for a
because
sec.
because if it came before, then when the toilet stuff happened, that would just be
Yeah,
like,
like,
okay, what did we do? What did we do to deserve this?
It's like, okay, we gotta kill you now.
No, people are just putting random words together with skibidi to like achieve comedy. With like skibidi funeral, you're gonna have like FNAF funeral.
Oh god, I will have the skibbity funeral. I'm gonna, yeah, you know that little picture that not little picture, it's usually huge, but you know that picture they put of someone to remember them by at a funeral?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put mine on a toilet. It's gonna be a skibidi haka.
Skibidi haka.
Oh, fuck me.
I gotta catch up on the newest episodes. I haven't been
Oh
keeping
yeah,
up
you
with
need
my
to
brain
catch
rot.
up with the gripping narrative of skibidi fucking toilet.
You laugh, but it's just kind of just dumb fun of like huge robots going at each other and shit.
Sir, you need to be over 18 years old to be in this server.
I am.
I never got in that
way
series.
over 18.
I never got in that series. The only thing from Gmod I used to watch was the original, like, oh fuck, what's this? The one where he would take like the director and be like, hacks, you know, that series.
Oh, that one, yeah, that's a classic.
Wait, what? You caught up?
The hack stuff. Hacks.
I don't recognize it by name. No.
And well, no, I can't remember. I can't remember the name. I just remember one of the bits. Okay.
Then.
This is gonna bug me now. Okay.
It's the Kleiner yelling hacks.
To be fair, I never. I try to look it up, and it just gives me cleaning hacks. No.
Like Gmod hacks.
Yeah. Oh, that's just gonna give me an entirely different set of bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch. I'm seeing a bunch of.
Be right back.
I'm seeing a bunch of derivative videos of this, but at least I can find a video of the joke to give you Haka context. But I just want to double check this first.
I mean, I probably wouldn't know it because even back in the day, I wasn't ever too into Valve stuff. It's just never liked the aesthetic of their games, so I just kind of avoided them.
Has YouTube? I have to ask. Has YouTube been ultra slow for you the last couple of days?
There was this one instance of this one specific tab slowing down my entire browser, but other than that, it's been fine as far as YouTube goes. Like, it's been okay.
Okay, for the last few days, like even like loading a page, not even like running, like not even like watching the video, just like loading the goddamn page and all the like, you know, like the functions of the page is just like takes like a minute.
Yeah, no, personally, I haven't. I mean, YouTube has never been the fastest thing for me, but I haven't noticed it getting any slower recently.
Yeah.
They probably fucked something up while making the like bar pink. No, not the like bar, the progress bar pink. Like, that one little change probably fucks something up in the back end and they don't even realize it.
I can spell original. Dr. Hack's original. There's a very specific video I want you to see. And I've made this my mission. At least for the next few minutes. Until I lose attention.
Aye aye. I shall stand and wait.
Okay, copy link. Find the Discord, go to the group chat, and paste. Dr. Hack's best moments.
Alright, there we go. Okay, it does indeed look like Gmod. Alright, let's give this a watch. Wait, 12 years ago. Huh. Okay, okay.
This is just a collection of the hack bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember this here series came out before. Like, this is like the first big thing from Gmod that, like, this is the series that made Gmod popular.
Oh my. Oh, the what is love bit. Oh, that one hit me right on the. Oh, I feel old now.
Yeah. So this is the stuff I had, like, I was talking about. Like, this is like the OG shit that came long before Skibbity.
Yeah.
I figured one of those bets would have triggered an ancient memory for you.
I mean, it's just the what is love bit in general. It's just. God, that shit is ancient.
Yeah. Yeah, because all this shit came out when I was in university, and, like, you know, the first time I had a decent internet connection, so it was like, you know, OG YouTube nonsense. Good times. Making you feel old with old
Man.
references. Join me on the slow march of death.
My bones, they wither. They wither away.
Mine, unironically, but not as bad as Jim, thankfully.
Nothing will be more worse than cancer AIDS.
I still wish Jim the best, but I'm still eternally curious of what the fuck he has. Because, like, him and his doctors don't know what he has and stuff. And I'm just fucking curious at this point. It's just like, what the fuck do you have to have all... Like, he has to have multiple... Like, it has to be multiple conditions all at once. It has to be. But, like, what ones? Because it's just like... It's like that combination... That combination of symptoms and ailments, it's just like, wow. It's like, who did you piss off?
Yeah, I do gotta wonder, because there's always that little intrusive thought on the back of my mind, you know, asking myself, is it a grift? I don't think it is, because Jim, I don't think Jim would do that, but yeah, but you know, there's always that little intrusive thought. But then the question arises, what kind of life did you lead to fuck it up that badly? Because you don't get like that from sheer luck of the draw. Maybe a couple of the things that he has, but not all of it.
I legitimately think it is. I legitimately think it's bad luck because my mom's side of the family, they have a lot of blood and circulation issues, but that only develops later in life. So Jim having a bunch of genetic conditions that just so happen to come out later in life, it is a thing. I totally see it.
I suppose, but it's just so many.
I don't know.
We're still discussing genetics.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
but we're talking the genetics of Mr. Medicare.
Oh.
What led him to his current state of dying?
Yeah, poor motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's, at the end of the day, I don't think it's a grift. I think it's literally just he has a few conditions and they all just turned up later in life, and that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. I don't think it's a, like I said, I don't think it's a grift either. It's just that little intrusive thought on the back of my head because it's just so much stuff for one guy.
And like
Well-
he's still alive with all that.
Yeah.
Well, I am of the opinion that there has to be a cosmic asshole that goes around and nerfs our greatest joys in life. So, like, for example, like how all the major comedians, probably like the latest and greatest everyone knows is Robin Williams, had depression and killed himself. So. It's one of those instances. It's like, okay, you can't have too much joy in life. I'm gonna fuck you up in this one way.
Yeah. Also, didn't Norm? Speaking of comedians, didn't Norm die of cancer?
Yeah, Norm died of cancer.
So yeah. There's one entity just going, yeah, fuck happiness in particular.
Yeah, like this is like another couple of examples, probably a little before you guys' time, but for me growing up as a kid, fucking Chris Farley and John Candy, like the two big fat guys, the two big fat comedian guys and stuff, both dying young and stuff because well, Chris Farley OD'd, but like John Candy, it was just health complications and stuff. But it's just like, man. But turning back to Jim and stuff, it's like, okay, Jim brings joy and happiness to the world. So, the cosmic entity has to go like, no, can't have that. You're going to get cancer. It's like, fuck you. It's like, man.
The one with Jim hits extra hard because not only does he the whole joy and happiness things, but he actually goes out of his way to fuck with people who really do deserve it. Like,
Yeah, but like Jim has made that joke. It's like, oh, maybe I made one too many Mersh or one too many Dick Mason jokes. It's like, okay, karma's coming back to haunt me. But even those,
I ask about Jim.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember I used to watch him like sort of a bit, like the C video, Furious video, that classic stuff like that. And then I remember
that
something.
narrows it down.
Well, his video format as opposed to the streams.
Yeah. And then something about him like got dropped, and I remember I stopped watching him because of that. And I don't remember what it was. Some sort of like an expose or something like that.
The worst thing he ever
was.
The worst thing he ever had, like the only controversy is that he literally finger banged his wife on stream once. That's like the worst that's ever happened.
Okay, that's kind of weird, but not deplorable.
Actually,
it's his wife after all.
Yeah.
That's the first I'm hearing of this, but you know what?
Yeah, I
also
you
never
go,
looked at
Jim. You go, King.
Yeah. He I forget what stream it was, but he finger banged Jade on stream once. It was the funniest thing ever because it was like you hear this little moan on the background stuff, and eventually someone figured out what was happening.
Your life to your own.
Oh, that explains why I there's this one edit of a stream that I like to rewatch every once in a while, and they go onto that when he's doing the I think it's super chat reading section. I don't know if that was pre super chats, but the point is that he's focusing on chat, and he has to explain, oh no, we're not having sex. She's doing yoga. So that was probably as a result of that.
Yeah, that's probably a callback joke to the finger bang stream.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was that like ticked me off. I thought it was like some pedophilia allegations or shit like that. I don't remember exactly. It was like years ago.
No, like literally the only two big things I ever happened for Jim was the finger bang stream and he got doxxed. And that's literally it.
Though I gotta say, if anyone is gonna get pedophilia allegations raining down upon him, is gonna be Jim, just because a lot of people are gonna want to take him down.
Well, they want to take him down on that there, but I can never see that there because the only times, like, you can count the number of times Jim got legitimately angry on stream. You can count it on one hand, and it's always the same subject of like, fucking around with kids, like the dentist stream, him saying how he quit being a teacher because of the system just destroyed him. You know, like how it was bad for the kids and he just couldn't do it anymore and stuff. It's like a kid, the guy legitimately loves kids, and like, you know, probably like the great sadness of his life is that he can't have kids because he doesn't want his kids to grow up with whatever fucking condition he has. You know, like I can never see of anyone on the internet, I can never see Jim being a pedo just because it's just like,
Yeah, me neither.
it's just,
But
yeah.
I guess.
but a lot of
I would
people
guess
are
it would
gonna-
be.
are gonna, you know.
I would guess it would be from the time he got like into a spat with Rage Pig, and probably someone tried to like smear him or whatever.
Such as every Tuesday for Jim.
I think it was around like 16, 17, 18 around that time, but I don't remember exactly. The timeline is like
It
misty
must
for
have
me.
been around. It must have been around 16 because that's when everyone was shooting shit at each other.
Yeah, the internet blood sports and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, I think you might you you might have tapped out on Jim the same time I did, because I was with Jim for the Gamergate and his long form videos. I was with Jim up until that, but once IBS started, I kind of just tuned out because I didn't really care for the IBS days.
Yeah, going back and watching some of those streams, because there's this channel that does compilations of specific subjects for Jim. So it goes, you know, everything regarding, say, J. Ross or what's his name, Nick Bates, the shit guy.
Yeah, Nick
Bates.
Bates.
Yeah. Or Boogie or anything. So it's long ass compilations for specific subjects. And long sections of those compilations, which are hours upon hours long, naturally. But the longest segments of those compilations are full streams of IBS. And those are unbearable to sit through.
Oh, I know. I've tried to muscle, like at the time, like when they were originally streaming stuff, like I just couldn't do it. I tried for the longest time, and then going back in some of those Gym archives, like what you are and stuff, and I would come to like an IBS stream or compilation, and as soon as it gets to the like IBS segment, I'm like, nope, I can't. I just can't.
It really is fitting that the acronym was IBS.
well, yeah, that was a very early joke, and it actually turned out to be like, you know, like right on the nose too.
Fucking diarrhea.
Peter Griffin here to explain the joke. No, but it really is quite telling that a vast majority of the people who made their entire career on IBS turned out to be locals themselves. Like it, you know, if the shoe fits.
I don't know. During the Gamergate during the Gamergate days, I actually legitimately read the Ralph retort, because like Ralph back in the day, he was okay. Like he wasn't off his hits until like he was an okay dude at the time. Like shit, like Jim did hang out with him.
Yeah, that's the thing. They all start out okay, then they just either can't take the heat, or you know the success gets to their heads, and that's when they're through character shows. So every lolcow is not that they became a lolcow; they were just a lolcow in waiting.
Yeah.
Mayhaps we all have a little lolcow inside of us.
What's his name?
For yourself, buddy.
Shut up, that's a secret. But yeah.
Okay, I've been going for 3 hours, and I know you guys want to go play Space Marine, so I'm gonna commit group suicide now.
All right, if you wanna. That's fine.
Well, mostly I want to go make breakfast and do some chores. So this was fun.
It was.
Thanks for the stream.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
Stream.
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thanks for keeping me company, and for everyone else, thanks for coming. Take it easy later.
Goodbye.
I'm out.
Bye.